Dear bishops, dear fathers, my dear sisters and brothers in Christ Jesus, today we conclude the reflection on the Acts of the Apostles. St. Paul is in Rome. It is said that he spent nearly 2 years in Rome before he was finally put to death by sword. He did not waste his time. We hear in today's passage that he was proclaiming or sharing the good news to the Jews in Rome. He could very well say to Timothy, I fought a good fight. I preserved my faith. The crown of glory is waiting for me. And the letters he wrote from Rome also speak of his joy in the suffering that he had to undergo for the Lord. He is there in Rome, the center of the world, witnessing to Christ without being wearied. Paul inspires us as we conclude our retreat. May we imitate his zeal, his enthusiasm, his joy amid suffering, his not letting go any opportunity to proclaim the gospel. Any other person would have been discouraged. Paul was not. A martyr, a witness, till the very end for the Lord. Today we also conclude the Gospel of St. John, last verses. Peter was already told to follow the Lord, to shepherd the Lord's flock, to feed the lambs. Peter was told about his impending glorification through the kind of death he would have to undergo. But then now Peter is asking the Lord, what will happen to John? Maybe out of curiosity, maybe out of concern, maybe to compare, maybe even out of jealousy. You told me this is what I have to do. What will happen to him? The Lord seems to tell him, mind your own business, or it is none of your business. Mind your own business, or it is none of your business. Sometimes we take our eyes off Jesus Christ. We focus on other persons and things unnecessarily. What is important is that we are conscious of the God-given gifts to us and put them to maximum use. The Lord invites us today. We need to remember always that we are primarily accountable for the gifts we have received. Not to find fault with the way others use their gifts, or not to find fault with the way others live. It is not for us. Jesus reminds us once again to be responsible. Once again, the invitation is to follow him. Great marvels of these two apostles, Apostle Peter, Apostle John, and the end of the month, Apostle Paul also. On June 29, we will be celebrating. May we be inspired by them, by the teaching the Lord gave them, and live a life of witness. Amen.